So I finally went to the ER last night. It's Monday. Today's the 4th, right? 4th of August. Finally went to the ER last night after I dropped my kid off. So I got there probably maybe like 8:15, and I got out of there at like 11:40 last night. The pain in my back has just been it's been bad. So a little history. Probably like 6 years ago, I was up on leave back home in Massachusetts. Excuse me, and started getting this hot poker pain in the front of the right side of my hip, right where the joint is, and it would shoot down my leg. And my mom, after about a week, she made me go to a hospital up there. So I went, and the pain was pretty bad. And he found out that my right foot was going numb. And he made me lay back and close my eyes, and he used a tuning fork, and I couldn't feel it on my right foot when he placed it on it, because my eyes were closed. And then he got like a sharp instrument and was poking me. I could feel it on my left foot just fine, and I couldn't feel anything on my right foot until he started going up my leg a little bit. And I didn't even know. And he got there because he was making me do the push-pull with each foot and each leg, and I didn't have very much strength in my right foot. So anywho, he told me, look, you need to get back down to Virginia, you need to make an appointment to get an MRI. So I went back down to Virginia, went to my doc, my HM on my ship, put me in for the consult, and the pain went away before I even had the appointment to get the MRI. So I was like, oh my god, it's all psychosomatic. Everybody on my ship thought I was fucking around as well, just trying to get out of duty and stuff. It's the way the military works. But the pain really had gone away. And I've had back pain my whole life, but that was not back pain. I didn't even think it had to do with my back. So weeks after that, I finally had the MRI, and then weeks after that, I had the appointment to get talked to about the MRI. And it was a PA. It wasn't even a doctor that talked to me. He showed me the MRI. So my L4-5 disc is broken in half. One half of that disc is in 3 pieces in my spinal column, and the other half sticks out. If that half was here, so this half is broken in 3 pieces in my column. This piece is out here, and it rubs up against the nerve bundles and everything, and that's what was causing the hot poker pain, the sciatica or whatever it's called, I guess. And that happened a couple more times over the next year or so. I needed crutches to get around, or could barely move my right leg. And they gave me tons of drugs and a chiropractor, and the chiropractor didn't work because he kept saying it was my hips that were out of alignment. And I was like, well, I've seen the MRI. It's my lower back vertebrae, and I'm missing a disc, pretty much. And I did physical therapy to tighten my core. My core's tight. I do that shit all the time. I have the ab roller. I even bought a Bosu ball or whatever it's called. I work on my core all the time. Well, so fast forward, I had a 9-month deployment last year. Well, in 2012, I was in San Diego going to school, and I stopped taking drugs because I was taking hydrocodone. I was probably taking 3 to 4 pills a week to kill the pain. While I was out in San Diego, I decided to start getting deep tissue massages once a week. Every Friday I'd get one, and that really helped. So I stopped taking the drugs. I got back into lifting because I'd ballooned up in that first year when that first happened. I'd gone from like 190 pounds up to like 250, 260. So when I was out in San Diego, I really started working out. Again, no deadlifts, no squats, just leg press. And I didn't have any stress in my life either when I was out there for that 9 months. So I was feeling really good. Get the massage once a week. I was working out with weights, got into really good shape, and everything was good. So the end of 2012, the beginning of 2013, I went to a ship. And then I went to another ship in February, and I went on a 9-month deployment. I kept lifting, and I only had, maybe once a month I'd have really bad pain, and I'd go in and see Doc, and he'd give me fucking Flexerol, like that was going to help. Flexerol and Motrin, like that'll help. It didn't help, but I just dealt with the pain. There was one time we did a swim call where you jump off the ship into the water. It was maybe like a 9-foot, 11-foot drop or whatever. When I did it, as soon as I hit the water, my whole spine just tightened up, and I could barely tread water. I got out. I had to climb up out. That sucked, and I was done. My whole entire spine just felt like it was frozen. So he gave me a shot in the ass that was supposed to kill the pain. I think it killed it for about 20 minutes. Still wouldn't give me Vicodin or anything like that because I'm on duty. Can't take Vicodin while you're on duty. I was like, dude, I used to take Vicodin all the time. It doesn't affect me. All it does is kill the pain. Didn't matter. So, get done with deployment, and I took about a month off of lifting so I could eat whatever the fuck I wanted, because I'd been gone for 9 months. And then I got back into lifting. That's this year. Well, over the past 2-3 months, I've been having just horrific pain just in my lower back. None of the sciatica going down the leg issues, nothing like that, but my lower back in an area about this big and right on my spine. It's just been just immense pressure. And I don't know how to describe it. So on a scale of 1 to 10 for pain, 10 being the worst, and this is my scale because I can't stand other motherfuckers and how they use the scale. This is how I use the scale. If the pain was a 10, I'd be passed out just from the extreme pain. If it was a 9, I'd probably be screaming, like just screaming and ready to pass out. If it was an 8, I'd probably be throwing up and wanting to scream because of the pain. So that's how I use that pain scale. So yesterday, my pain was probably at like a 6 or a 7. And I'm somebody that deals with back pain 24/7. So that's a lot. I deal with pain on a 2 to a 4 level daily. I'm just used to it. So that 6 it's pretty bad. I can't sit, I can't stand, not for long periods of time. I can't do either. I have to just lay down flat on my back. That's the only thing that alleviates the pressure. So on Saturday, I had been helping my buddy pull an engine out of his car, and I wasn't lifting anything heavy, I wasn't doing anything outrageous, because I know I shouldn't. But one of the times I just leaned over, no weight in my hands or anything, I just leaned over without supporting myself properly, and my back, if this is my stomach over here, and this is my back, when I do that lean over, it feels like that area of the lower back just goes out. I don't know how else to describe it, but when if I'm not standing up straight, and when I do have to bend over to get something, if I'm not like in a squat position where I'm keeping my core really tight and sticking my ass out and going down like that, if I just try and bend over, it feels like that lower back just wants to let go, like my back is broken in half. That's what happened. And when I woke up Sunday morning, it was worse than it was on Saturday. So I pretty much laid down all day. My kid was bored as fuck. And last night I went to the ER. And after going through 2 nurses and a med school student, a doc finally came in, and he was like all about it. He was like, I went through your record, I know what the history is, I know you deal with this all the time. He's like, it doesn't seem like it's a I can't remember the exact term he used, but he's like, it doesn't seem like it's a situation where, we're going to get you into surgery right now, because it's nothing, you're not having the sciatica issues or anything, it's just more and more extreme pain in the general area. I'm like, yeah, exactly, it's just pressure. He's like, well, I'm going to put you in for a referral to a chiropractor, because when he looked at my back, he felt all the vertebrae, and he said that I had 2 that were, if they're supposed to be lined up like this, he said that I had 2 that were way out, 2 of them that were just I can't remember the term he used, like rotated or whatever the term he used, until I asked him to explain it. And that's how he explained it. He said I had, they're not all lined up in my lower back. They're actually like turned way out. There's a couple of them that are just way off from where they should be. So he said he's going to put me in. He put me in for a consult for chiropractic and ortho to get another MRI and see where I stand. So he's a good guy. He gave me. I really don't want, and it was tough to explain to each of the people I talked to yesterday. It's like, look, I am in extreme pain. I do want something to kill the pain, but that's not what I want the solution to be. I want the solution to be to get another consult, to get another MRI, and I want fucking surgery. I don't know how to explain it other than that. Yes, I'm not going to refuse painkillers right now because I'm in extreme fucking pain. But that's not what I want my end result to be. I don't want to be taking fucking drugs for the rest of my life to kill pain if it's something that we can stop the pain from happening. And even he, again, he's like, I don't know if surgery is the right option, because he said, he's like, I've never seen surgery go well where people don't have the same pain they had before. It's just different. And I was like, what the, Jesus Christ. If I was a fucking billionaire, I could pay the world's best fucking surgeon to go in there and put a fake disc in there, and I would be where I need to be. But that's not what's going to happen for me. So I got a call on Wednesday to get my consults for chiro and ortho, and we'll go from there. But I just wanted to update. I haven't. And what's funny is that last doctor, and I think he was a surgeon, the way he was talking, because he kept saying, I wouldn't operate on you right now, and stuff like that. But, like, within 2 minutes of talking to me, before he even started examining me, he was like, so how long have you been lifting? Like, I've been lifting off and on since I was a teenager, since I was like 12, 13. And he's like, well, and I was like, well, before you even, I was like, I don't squat, I don't deadlift. And for most people trying to explain that, because I deal with that with the HMs and stuff like that. Well, how do you lift weights with that bad back? He didn't question me at all like that, which was great. He was just like, well, how long have you been lifting? And I never brought it up. And I was like, well, it's off and on, but I don't deadlift, I don't squat. I try and do the things I can do because I don't want to not lift. And he seemed to be. I mean, he was my age. He said that. He's like, I completely see where you're coming from, blah, 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 blah. He's like, let's do what we need to do. So it sounds like last night I got a good doc, and he said the chiropractor he's hooking me up with is the same one he sees, because he has upper vertebrae that are all fucked up. So just wanted to update this channel. I know I haven't made a video in a while, not that anybody cares. Like I said, these are for me. But that's where I stand right now. So I was SIQ for today. I go back into work tomorrow. I get duty on Wednesday. And yes, I'm in the clothes that I went to the ER in and slept in last night. But yeah, so on Wednesday I'll call and make the appointments, and we'll see if it takes a goddamn month for one of those appointments. But I just wanted to update. That's it. Peace.